Hello students, welcome back to the 6th video of this playlist. So in this video we will be solving question number 6 from October 2024. That is the latest paper of Pure Mathematics 3. So let's see what's the question number 6 from this paper is about. Okay, so you can see question number 6 on the screen. So basically the concepts behind this question number 6, it has been discussed in chapter number 2, that is functions and modulus, functions and graphs of your Pure Mathematics 3 textbook. So to be more specific, we need to have idea about composite functions, inverse function, and how to solve functions, these stuffs. So let's get started with question number 6. The functions f and g are defined by f of x equals to 6 minus 21 over 2x plus 3, where the domain for f of x is x greater than or equal 0. G of x equals to x squared plus 5. This is a quadratic equation function where its domain is x element real numbers. Fine. Okay. So part A is asking here to find g of f of 2. Okay, g of f of 2. So at first what we need to do, we need to find out f of 2 at first. So what would be f of 2? F of 2 would be 6 minus 21 over what? 2x twice of x plus 3, that is 2 times 2, that is 4 plus 3, which is 7. So you will get f of 2 equals to what? Okay, twice of this is 4 plus 3, yeah, 4 plus 3, which is 7. Okay, 21 over 7, this is 3. So 6 minus 3, which is only 3. Okay, so g of f of 2, g of f of 2 would be what? G of 3, right? So what would be g of 3? G of 3 would be x squared. So 3 squared plus 5, 3 squared plus 5 is what? 9 plus 5, which is what? 14. So we got the value for g of f of 2. This is what? 14. That's it. Okay, so part B. Next is part B. Part B is asking to find f inverse. We need to find out the inverse of f of x. Okay, so for f inverse, what we do at first, we write y equals to what? 6 minus what? 21 over twice of x plus 3. Okay, then from there we need to make x the subject, because if y equals to f of x, then if you make x the subject, okay, if you make x the subject, you will get f inverse what? Y. Okay, so let's make x the subject. So take the fraction to the left side. 21 over twice of x plus 3 equals to what? 6 minus y. Okay, now do the cross multiplication. So you will get 21 equals to what? Twice of x plus 6, this is what? 12x minus 2xy, okay, plus 18 minus what? 3y. Okay, from there what we need to do, we need to make the x the subject. So take x common from these two terms. Okay, so if you take x common, you will get what? 12 minus 2y. Okay, and take the other two remaining terms on the left side. So you'll get 21 minus 18, this is what? 3 plus 3y. Okay, now make x the subject. If you make x the subject, you will get 3y plus 3 over what? 12 minus twice of y. Okay, so we made x the subject, so we got what? F inverse y, right? So f inverse x would be what? In place of x, in place of y, just put x. So you'll get 3x plus 3 over 12 minus twice of x. Fine. So we got the f inverse x. Are we done? No. Always keep in mind, when the question asks you to find the inverse function, always after finding the inverse, you need to mention its domain. Why? Because you can see whatever the function is. Okay, whenever they write a function in the question, they always give the domain besides. So we need to follow this also, isn't it? Okay, so let's find out the domain of f inverse. So we know that the range of f of x will be the domain of what? F inverse x, right? Okay, so what's the range of f of x? If you get the range of f of x, basically we will get the domain of f inverse x. So for finding the range of f of x, we can do this. Divide the top and bottom of the fraction by x. Okay, so you will get what? 2 plus 3 over x. Okay, now x is greater than 0, right? So if x tends to infinity, okay, we don't need to what resolve like this. It's not required because this is simple equation, simple function. So just consider as x tends to infinity, okay, as x tends to infinity, the value of x increases. Therefore 21 over 2x plus 3, it is what? Reciprocal, right? If x increases, then this part will keep decreasing. That means the maximum possible value for f of x is what? 6. Okay, because 21 over 2x plus 3, it keeps decreasing as x increases. So we got the maximum possible value, which is 6. This is an asymptote. Then the lowest possible value already given, it is what? X is greater than or equal to 0. That means if you put x equals to 0, you are getting f of x equals to what? 21 over 3, which is 7. So 6 minus 7 gives you negative 1. Okay, because as if x is increasing, then f of x also keeps increasing. Okay, because if x increases, the value of the fraction that I have circled, it keeps decreasing. Therefore f of x keeps increasing. Therefore the range of f of x is what? F of x is greater than or equal negative 1. Okay, this is greater than or equal because the lower limit is greater than or equal, and less than what? 6. So the domain of f inverse x would be what? Domain of f inverse x would be x greater than or equal negative 1, okay, less than 6. That's the domain of f inverse x. And that's, now we are done with the inverse function. That is part B of question number 6. Okay, next is part C, the last part of question number 6. It's asking to solve the equation g of x equals to 126. So this is a composite function, which is g of x. So in place of x in g of x, we will put x squared plus 5. That's it. This is g of x. Okay, so what we will do for part C, g of x, so that means g of x is what? X squared plus 5, isn't it? So x squared plus 5 whole square plus 5 equals to what? 126, isn't it? 126. So in place of x in g of x, we will put x squared plus 5. That's it. So now expand the bracket. You will get a square plus 2ab plus what? B square plus 5 minus, take 126 to the left, so you'll get negative 126. This equals what? 0. So x to the power 4 plus 10x squared plus 25 plus 5, this is what? 30. So negative 126 is what? Negative 96 equals to what? 0. Now 16 times 6, isn't it? 96. Okay, x to the power 4 minus 6x squared plus 16x squared. Is it fine? 5 times 16 is 80, so it's fine. So 6 times 16, this is what? 96. Okay, that's fine. So now middle term, we have middle termed it. So take x squared common, so you will get x squared negative 6. Now from here take plus 16, so you will get what? X squared negative 6. This is equals to what? 0. Okay, so this is not acceptable because x squared equals to -16, which is undefined. So x squared is equals to what? 6. So x is equals to plus minus square root of 6. Now you might get confused here whether to consider both plus minus square root of x or not. So it depends on the domain. Let's have a look. Check the domain of g of x. The domain of g of x is what? X element real numbers. That means both are accepted, no problem. So the final answer, the solution for the given equation is plus minus square root of what? 6. And that's the end of question number 6, part C.